All right, what's going on, guys? This is Luke here. We had two trades today. We had a break-even long and then another break-even long. Today, my idea was to de-risk because, again, it's a no-news Friday. End of the week, we've been having a pretty much break-even week. I passed a couple of evals, so it was a pretty successful week. But otherwise, I've been getting break-even a lot, and my idea was just to de-risk and, which is why this would have been actually a winning trade if I took this with normal risk, because I would have TP'd probably at this internal high, but I went light on the risk. I wanted to hold it a little bit higher, and I'll get into that. And then this one right here was a little bit riskier, but we ended up getting a break even on this as well. Before we get into it, if you guys want to join the Discord, we'll do some live trading next week. Link is in the pinned comment, and if you guys need the sign up link, discount to Alpha Futures, link is in the pinned comment as well. So coming into the day, I was actually leaning more bullish. We had draws higher, we had London high, we had the new day opening gap, and then we had previous day high, which made a relative equal high over here. So I was actually favoring a move up. On top of that, the reason why we had a nice retracement overnight, kind of meeting, like I think it was in the fib on the 618, and then on top of that, ES was respecting out of this 4-hour bullish fair value gap at the time, and I was figuring we'd get a rotation back up. That's what I was favoring, but obviously price can go either way. So again, we did leave Asia low over here from the other day. We edged that, so that was going to be likely a strong draw if we continued lower, but I was just favoring bullish. But again, you got to adapt. So coming into the day, coming into market, we ended up coming into this hourly bearish fair value gap and getting a nice rejection out of it. But from there, our first sell side draw after market open was this hourly low right here. And price ends up wicking down off market open, ends up taking it out, and we get a nice recovery to the upside. So what I see here is a nice displacement to the upside. We inverse this 1 minute bearish fair value gap right here. We get this nice CASD, we get this nice displacement, we get the retrace. I get in and around here. I get a bit of a late entry after we start rejecting. I think it was around 575. I'm gonna have to double check, but anyway, I ran my stops. I think it was right around here or below the low, and I wanted to see these relative equal highs at this hourly high, or not the hourly high, but this hourly high was going to be formed technically. I wanted to see those relative equal highs get, taken. I figured that if we could flush through this high right here, that we'd probably want to come up and take out these two highs right here. So again, if this was normal risk, I probably would have just TP'd here. I just would have tightened the stop up, but I would have gotten the 1-to-1 and I would have TP there. But I wanted to see price flush up, give me a pretty decent profit off that low risk, and I would have walked away with that. But I ended up going break even after we take out this high, and we end up getting taken out break even. And I didn't notice at the time, we actually end up putting in a bearish SMT. ES, wherever it is, I don't know, ES puts in a lower high, NQ puts in a higher high. I think we ended up actually getting a nice 2-minute inversion right here. So this would have been a perfect short, but I missed it. But you could have definitely shorted this right here, ran your stops, whatever, and then targeted to the downside over there. So again, to recap this trade, we get manipulation lower below that 1-hour low. We get this nice inversion to the upside right here, CISD, and I got it in the retest somewhere in and around here. We got nice displacement, break even at this high. I was targeting these highs, and then I was potentially going to leave a runner up towards London and the new day opening gap, but that didn't end up happening. So again, if this was regular risk, I would have probably just TP'd at this high, but is what it is. I'm happy I went break even on this. I'd rather take break even than a loss, and I did believe that we were going to go higher overall, so I'm happy with how this played out. Doesn't really matter to me. From there, again, we put in an SMT. I kind of missed the shorts at this point, even though it wasn't really the greatest short in my opinion, but this would have worked out. And then from there, price ends up flooding down, and I really don't see any continuation entries to the downside. We kind of just dump. From right around here, we just kind of dump. I usually look for a 3 to 5 minute continuation. As you can see, we really don't get anything. We don't really pull back into any 5-minute gaps, 3-minute gaps. I think maybe we get like a 2-minute continuation right here, but at this point, I'm not really looking. But finally, at this point, we end up taking out, I don't remember exactly what draw it is, but we're super extended to the downside. I'm expecting a price to rebalance and come back into potentially this 15-minute unfilled gap up here. And at the same time, we technically have a bullish SMT because NQ is leading bearish, and it's took out a lot more lows than ES. Like if I go back, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So right here, at this point, I can't show it exactly, but regardless, at the time, ES was higher up than NQ. We technically had like sort of a bullish SMT forming, so I was kind of looking for a reversal to rebalance that leg. So again, we had a clear target above at that 15-minute unfilled fair value gap at the time. So I was kind of just looking for an inversion entry to kind of take a high risk to reward trade up, a little bit riskier, but I was willing to take this with low risk. So we end up getting this 2-minute inversion right here, but I don't just enter it on the retrace. I want to see price come back in, show rejection, and then I'm going to long. So price ends up coming back, and I'm getting ready to long, but then we end up running through it right here. So then I scale down again, and I see we get this nice bullish displacement candle right here around 1036. So this is the candle I enter on first. I'm expecting price to just flood up, and I'm looking to go break even at this 5-minute unfilled. So I'll draw the green line right there. So that's where I'm looking to go break even. We end up chopping around and putting in a couple wicks, and at this point I'm just kind of unsure of this trade, so I close it break even. Then I get back in around this candle after we show more bullish strength right here around 1040. As this candle was printing, I just started to get in. So pretty much the exact same entry. I ran stops just below, I think it was around 50, something like that. And as soon as we push into that 5-minute unfilled gap, I go break even initially. We took out these internal highs. We're tapping into the 5-minute. And at this point, this is also becoming a 15-minute unfilled gap. As you can see, this became a new 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So at this point, this is the proper place to go break even. I'm going break even here. And if we're going to get the follow through, I'm expecting price to come up and take out. This was my first TP at this internal high right here. And then I was looking to TP fully at somewhere in and around the 15-minute up here or the 15-minute CE, maybe take out these highs in here. And as you can see, we ended up getting taken out break even, and then price ended up flooding down to that previous week's low where it's currently ranging. So again, first trade, we get manipulation lower, we get an inversion play to the upside, CISD, we get nice displacement. We're looking to target these relative equal highs at this at these highs up here from 9 a.m. We end up seeing this internal get taken out, we go break even, and we get taken out break even there. Again, I believed in the higher time frame bullish bias. I figured we were going to come up to London and potentially the new day opening gap. So I was willing to at least TP up here. That's what I just personally, that's why I went and wanted to hold this. But again, if I went in with heavier risk, I probably would have been more willing to at least take a partial at this swing high or this internal high right here. Again, from there, we dump down. We get a kind of a higher time frame bullish SMT forming. We get that 2-minute inversion. We flush back down, displacement to the upside, re-entry, break even at this 5 or 15-minute unfilled gap. I'm looking for price to flush higher. We go break even, so we're risk-free at this point. We want to see price continue higher, take profit here, but we end up getting taken out break even. But again, we played it safe. We moved our stops break even at that 15-minute unfilled, which would have been a good opportunity to short. But again, this is happening, keep in mind, around 10:50, and I'm really not looking to take any more trades at this point. So again, that's it for me though, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll be back on Monday, hopefully catch some good trades. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.